Don. So this week I was going to highlight a guy you might know of, a guy named Dale Earnhardt. Got any stories?
Well, the man in black, he was very, as you want to call it, he was very controversial. Okay, there were people that loved Dale Earnhardt, and there were people that just loved to hate Dale Earnhardt. So, I mean, there was always two sides of the fence. I knew Dale. I knew Dale because we raced him. He was the guy you had to beat. And I knew him on a semi-personal side because of, he was big on souvenirs. He revolutionized the souvenir business, and of course, that was part of the thing that I did for Roger for years. And so, we had a lot in common. I thought he was a great racer. He was a good shoe. He was the kind of guy that, if you knew him, he was pretty funny. He came up with some off the wall stuff that was just unbelievable, and he would kick back and have a beer with you every once in a while. So he was a nice enough fellow off the racetrack, but on the racetrack, he was a tough customer. And he would think nothing of moving you over if he had to. And of course, there were some incidents with he and our driver Rusty, but in general, when Dale had his accident and it took his life, it was a setback for the sport, because there were so many people that just absolutely loved Dale Earnhardt. I know it really affected Rusty, because I was very, very close to Rusty, and I know it bothered him a lot more than people thought. And as you look at it now, Dale was close to the time when he was going to retire anyway, and Rusty was quickly approaching that time. And when that happened, I know it put a lot of doubt in Rusty's mind. So, he had an effect on the sport that we probably really will never know the depth of it all. But it was a big setback. It was a personal loss. It was one of those things when you want to look at it and you got to say, did it really need to happen? In my mind, it was not necessary. And it's a shame that it happened the way it did, but, I think you can really say the sport will miss him.